Ladies, let's talk about love today, not just any kind of love, but real, authentic, unconditional love. The kind of love that transforms, uplifts, and leaves no room for confusion. Because here's the truth. When a man truly loves you, you will know it. You won't have to wonder, you won't have to chase, and you certainly won't have to beg for it. Love that's real always speaks loud and clear. So let me break it down for you, because when a man truly loves you, he will deal this. When a man truly loves you, one of the most significant ways he demonstrates his feelings is by prioritizing you. This doesn't mean he will abandon everything else in his life, but it does mean you will hold a special and significant place in his world. You won't have to compete for his attention, nor will you feel like an option among many. A man who loves you makes it clear through his actions and his choices that you are a priority in his life. This sense of prioritization isn't forced or begrudging. It comes naturally because you matter deeply to him. You'll notice this in how he manages his time and energy. Even with a busy schedule or demanding responsibilities, he will find ways to include you. Whether it's carving out moments for quality time, remembering the little things that matter to you, or being present when you need him most, he'll make the effort. Love isn't about grand gestures alone. It's about consistent actions that show you are valued and appreciated. When you're important to someone, they don't just talk about it, they show it. A man who truly loves you will also make you feel seen and heard. He listens when you speak, not just to respond, but to understand. He remembers the details of your conversations because what you say matters to him. He doesn't brush off your concerns or dismiss your emotions. Instead, he makes you feel like your thoughts and feelings are valid. This kind of attentiveness shows that he values you not just as a partner, but as an individual with your own unique needs and desires. His prioritization extends beyond the obvious, tangible things. It's reflected in how he protects your emotional well-being, how he supports your goals, and how he includes you in his future plans. He doesn't just make decisions in isolation. He considers how those decisions will affect you and the relationship. When a man loves you, your happiness and your peace of mind matter to him, and he will go out of his way to ensure that you feel loved and secure. You'll notice he's not just physically present, but emotionally available. He'll check in with you, not out of obligation, but because he genuinely cares about how you're doing. His actions will demonstrate a willingness to invest in the relationship, to grow with you, and to nurture the connection you share. You won't have to guess how he feels or question his commitment, because his consistent prioritization of you will make it clear. Moreover, when challenges arise, he won't retreat or make excuses. Instead, he'll lean into the relationship and work with you to find solutions. This is another powerful way he shows that you are a priority. He values the bond you share enough to fight for it, even when things aren't easy. His prioritization is steadfast, not fleeting, and is evident in how he balances the other aspects of his life while still making sure you feel valued and loved. When a man truly loves you, one of the clearest ways this love shows itself is through his instinct and desire to protect you. This protection goes far beyond physical safety. It encompasses emotional, mental, and even spiritual aspects. At the core of his love is the deep need to ensure that you feel safe, secure, and supported in every way. This kind of protection isn't about control or dominance, but about creating a space where you can thrive without fear or doubt. Physically, a man who loves you will naturally be protective of your well-being. Whether it's walking on the outside of the sidewalk, making sure you get home safely, or standing up for you in situations where you might feel threatened, his actions will speak louder than words. His protection is subtle but consistent, and it stems from a genuine concern for your safety. He doesn't have to be prompted to care. It's instinctive. He'll be mindful of your surroundings and proactive in ensuring you're comfortable and out of harm's way. Emotionally, his protection is just as significant. He will guard your heart by being honest, loyal, and considerate in how he interacts with you. He won't play games or engage in behavior that leaves you questioning his intentions. Instead, he will work to build trust and create an environment where you feel secure expressing your feelings and vulnerabilities. A man who loves you deeply understands that protecting your emotional health means avoiding actions that could hurt you. He will communicate openly and work to resolve conflicts in a way that strengthens your bond rather than weakens it. He will also protect your peace of mind by being reliable and consistent. There will be no mixed signals or unnecessary drama, because he understands that love should bring calmness, not chaos. If he senses you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, he'll step in to lighten the load or simply be there as a source of comfort and reassurance. His protective nature extends to ensuring that your mental well-being is nurtured, whether that means offering a listening ear, giving you space when needed, or helping you navigate life's challenges with understanding and patience. On a spiritual level, his protection might show through his encouragement of your growth and personal development. He will respect your beliefs, values, and goals while supporting you in pursuing them. If you share a spiritual connection, he will invest in that aspect of your relationship, recognizing that it strengthens the bond between you. He will pray for you, with you, or simply wish for your highest good, demonstrating that his love for you is deeply rooted in wanting the best for you on every level. His protection isn't about shielding you from the realities of life, but about standing by you and facing those realities together. It's not about being a savior or hero, but about being a partner who genuinely cares about your safety, happiness, and well-being. This protective nature is one of the most genuine and tangible expressions of his love. When a man truly loves you, he will show his love through vulnerability. For many men, vulnerability does not come easily. Society often teaches men to be guarded, to suppress emotions, and to view openness as a sign of weakness. But love has the power to dismantle those barriers. When a man genuinely loves you, he will begin to let his walls down, allowing you to see the parts of himself that he hides from the rest of the world. This is not just an act of trust, it is a profound expression of love and connection. He will share his fears with you, those quiet, nagging doubts that he might never express to anyone else. Whether it's fear of failure, uncertainty about the future, or past insecurities, he will feel safe enough to show you the parts of himself that aren't polished or perfect. This willingness to open up stems from the belief that you will accept him as he is, flaws and all. Being vulnerable with you means he sees you as someone who won't judge him, but will instead embrace him fully. You'll notice that he shares his dreams and aspirations, even those that might seem far-fetched or deeply personal. These aren't just casual conversations about his career or hobbies. These are moments when he reveals what truly drives him, what he hopes for, and what he envisions for his life. By letting you into this space, he is inviting you to be a part of his journey. He trusts you with his ambitions, knowing that you will encourage and support him rather than dismiss or ridicule his goals. He will also open up about his past, including the experiences that shaped him, the mistakes he made, and the lessons he learned. For many men, talking about the past, especially the painful parts, can feel like exposing a wound. But with you, he will feel a sense of safety that allows him to share those moments. Whether it's childhood struggles, heartbreaks, or regrets, he will be willing to let you see these aspects of his life because he values your understanding and wants you to know the full story of who he is. His vulnerability will also show in his willingness to express his emotions even when it feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar. He may not always have the perfect words, but he will try to communicate how he feels about you and the relationship. This might come in the form of heartfelt conversations, moments of affection, or simply allowing himself to cry or show his softer side in front of you. For a man who has been taught to suppress his emotions, this level of openness is a powerful testament to how much he trusts and loves you. Vulnerability in love is not easy, and it requires courage. When a man allows himself to be vulnerable with you, it's because he feels safe, understood, and deeply connected to you. It is his way of showing that he values the bond you share and is willing to risk being seen fully in order to deepen that connection. When a man truly loves you, he will show up for you, not only during the easy, joyful moments, but also during the difficult and challenging times. Love isn't just about being there when everything is going smoothly. It's about showing up when things get hard, when emotions run high, and when life feels messy or uncertain. A man who loves you will understand that being present for you, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable, is one of the truest tests of his commitment to you and the relationship. This kind of showing up means being dependable and reliable. When you need him, whether for emotional support, advice, or simply someone to lean on, he will be there. He won't make excuses or disappear when you're going through something difficult. Instead, he'll step in and ask, "What do you need?" or "How can I help?" His love will motivate him to be a source of strength and stability in your life, even if that means putting aside his own concerns or stepping outside of his comfort zone to be there for you. A man who truly loves you will also be patient and understanding when you're dealing with your own struggles. He won't expect you to always be happy, composed, or perfect. Instead, he will create a safe space where you feel comfortable being vulnerable, whether that means crying, venting, or just sitting in silence. He won't make you feel like your emotions are a burden or that you have to hide parts of yourself to keep the relationship intact. His ability to show up for you in this way demonstrates his deep respect and care for you as a person beyond just the romantic aspects of the relationship. When challenges arise within the relationship itself, he won't avoid the hard conversations or retreat at the first sign of conflict. Instead, he'll face the issues head on, knowing that working through difficulties together is what strengthens the bond between two people. He won't walk away or give up when things get tough because he understands that love is about persistence and growth, not perfection. His willingness to navigate the highs and lows of the relationship with you is a clear sign of his dedication and love. You'll also see him showing up in practical ways, not just emotional ones. This could mean helping you with tasks when you're overwhelmed, supporting you in achieving your goals, or simply being present and engaged in the small, everyday moments that matter most. He will take action to demonstrate his love, not just speak about it, and his consistency will reassure you that you can rely on him no matter what. Ultimately, showing up for you is about more than just being physically present. It's about being emotionally and mentally engaged in your well-being and committed to weathering life's storms with you. His love will manifest in the way he chooses to stay, support, and stand by your side, even when circumstances aren't easy. When a man truly loves you, he will make you feel loved without a shadow of doubt. There will be no guessing games, no confusion, and no wondering where you stand in his life. His love will be clear, consistent, and tangible in the way he treats you and prioritizes you. Real love doesn't leave room for uncertainty because his actions and words will align in a way that makes his feelings undeniable. He will consistently express his love, both verbally and non-verbally. He'll tell you how much you mean to him, not only during special occasions, but in the everyday moments. Whether it's a random text to say he's thinking about you, words of encouragement when you're feeling low, or affirmations that remind you how valued you are, his words will leave you feeling cherished. But it doesn't stop there. His actions will back up those words. He will show his love through how he shows up for you, how he listens, and how he cares for you. You will feel love through the little things he does to make your life easier or more enjoyable. He'll pay attention to the details about you, your likes, dislikes, preferences, and routines, and use that knowledge to show his care. Whether it's remembering your favorite coffee order, planning a date around something you love, or offering to help when you're overwhelmed, his thoughtfulness will remind you that you're always on his mind. These small gestures, though they might seem simple, are powerful ways he communicates his love in ways that are genuine and heartfelt. When a man truly loves you, he will also make you feel seen and heard. He'll take the time to truly understand you, not just on the surface, but at a deeper level. He'll listen actively when you talk, showing genuine interest in your thoughts, dreams, and concerns. He won't dismiss your feelings or brush off your emotions, even if he doesn't fully understand them. Instead, he'll make an effort to empathize and support you because he values your emotional well-being. Feeling understood and validated is one of the most profound ways his love will make you feel secure and cared for. His consistency will leave no room for doubt. You won't feel like his attention or affection is fleeting or dependent on the circumstances. He'll show his love in good times and bad, during moments of joy and moments of difficulty. His love will not waver when life gets challenging because it is rooted in a genuine desire to be there for you, no matter what. This consistency will give you a sense of peace and stability that reassures you of his devotion. His love will be intentional. It won't feel accidental or passive. It will feel deliberate and purposeful. He will go out of his way to make sure you know how much you mean to him, not because he has to, but because he wants to. The way he loves you will create an environment where you feel valued, respected, and truly cared for, leaving no space for doubt or insecurity. When a man truly loves you, he will make you feel secure in the relationship. This security doesn't come from grand promises or over-the-top declarations. It comes from his consistent actions, his reliability, and his unwavering commitment to building a stable foundation with you. He understands that love thrives in an environment of trust, respect, and reassurance, and he will actively work to provide that for you. You will feel secure because his behavior leaves no room for confusion. He is clear about his intentions and transparent about his feelings. There is no guessing game, no need to overanalyze his words or actions because he communicates openly and honestly. He makes it clear where you stand in his life and what he envisions for your future together. This kind of clarity eliminates unnecessary doubts and allows you to relax into the relationship, knowing that his feelings and intentions are genuine. A man who loves you will also demonstrate his commitment through consistency. His actions will match his words and his efforts will remain steady over time. He won't just show up for you in the beginning and then fade away when the excitement of the honeymoon phase wears off. Instead, he will continually invest in the relationship, making sure you feel cared for and valued throughout the journey. This consistency is what builds trust and provides a sense of stability, making it easier for you to feel secure in his love. He will also show respect for your boundaries, your time, and your individuality. He understands that feeling secure in a relationship goes hand in hand with feeling respected. He won't push you to do things you're uncomfortable with or disregard your feelings. Instead, he will take the time to understand your needs and ensure that the relationship is a safe space for you to be yourself. His respect for you as a person reinforces the idea that you can trust him to handle your heart with care. You'll notice that he protects your emotional well-being by avoiding behaviors that cause unnecessary stress or anxiety. He doesn't leave you questioning his loyalty or wondering about his intentions. Instead, he reassures you through his actions, whether it's by being faithful, keeping his promises, or simply showing up when you need him. His ability to provide this kind of emotional security allows you to focus on building a deeper connection rather than worrying about the stability of the relationship. In moments of conflict or disagreement, he handles situations in a way that promotes resolution and growth rather than creating further division. He doesn't use arguments as a way to attack or belittle you. Instead, he approaches conflicts with the intention of finding solutions and understanding your perspective. This approach further solidifies the sense of safety and security in the relationship, as you know that even during difficult times, his love and respect for you remain intact. Feeling secure in his love also means that he includes you in his life and future plans. Whether it's introducing you to his friends and family or discussing long-term goals, his actions make it clear that he sees you as an integral part of his life. This inclusivity shows that he is serious about the relationship and is building a future with you in mind. When a man truly loves you, respect becomes the cornerstone of his actions and interactions with you. Respect is more than just politeness or surface level courtesy. It's a deep acknowledgement of your worth, your individuality, and your needs. It is reflected in the way he speaks to you, the way he treats you, and how he values your presence in his life. A man who loves you will make it clear through his actions that he holds you in high regard, and this respect will form the foundation of your relationship. You will notice his respect in the way he communicates with you. He speaks to you with kindness, even during disagreements or moments of frustration. He doesn't resort to insults, dismissiveness, or condescension because he values the relationship too much to damage it with careless words. Instead, he listens attentively to what you have to say, making an effort to understand your perspective. Even when he doesn't fully agree with you, he shows that your thoughts and feelings matter. This respect for your voice and opinions creates a safe space where you feel heard and valued. A man who loves you respects your boundaries and your autonomy. He doesn't try to control you or pressure you into things that make you uncomfortable. Instead, he takes the time to understand what you're comfortable with and honors those boundaries without making you feel guilty or unreasonable. This respect for your limits extends to all areas of your life, physical, emotional, and mental. It's his way of showing that he values you as a person and wants you to feel safe and respected in every aspect of your relationship. Respect also shows in how he supports your goals and ambitions. He doesn't see your success or independence as a threat, but as something to celebrate and encourage. He takes pride in your achievements and motivates you to reach even greater heights. A man who truly respects you will never belittle your dreams or make you feel small for wanting more out of life. Instead, he will stand beside you as a partner who believes in your potential and wants to see you thrive. He respects your time and effort, recognizing the energy you invest in the relationship and appreciating it wholeheartedly. Whether it's the way you support him, the care you show, or the moments you share together, he doesn't take anything for granted. He reciprocates your efforts and ensures that the relationship is balanced where both partners feel valued and appreciated. You'll also see his respect in how he talks about you to others. He speaks highly of you whether you're present or not, and never undermines or disrespects you in front of others. This demonstrates not only his love, but also his pride in being with you. His respect is unwavering and consistent, and it reassures you that you are seen, valued, and honored for who you are. When a man truly loves you, he will prioritize you in his life. This doesn't mean that he will neglect his other responsibilities or relationships, but it does mean that you will have a special place in his heart, and his actions will reflect that. Love isn't just about words or fleeting emotions. It's about effort, intention, and making you feel like an essential part of his world. When you are a priority, you'll feel it through his choices, his time, and the consistent energy he pours into your relationship. You'll notice that he makes time for you, no matter how busy his life might be. He understands that maintaining a strong and loving connection requires effort, and he willingly invests that effort into the relationship. Whether it's carving out moments to spend with you, staying connected throughout the day, or planning special dates, he will find ways to ensure that you feel important and cherished. Even when life gets hectic, he won't let you feel like an afterthought. His actions will show that you are at the forefront of his mind, even when he's juggling other commitments. Prioritizing you also means that he considers your feelings, needs, and preferences in the decisions he makes. Whether it's something as small as choosing a place to eat or as significant as making career or life changes, he will take your perspective into account. He doesn't act selfishly or disregard how his choices might affect you. Instead, he sees the relationship as a partnership where your happiness and well-being matter just as his own. This level of consideration creates a sense of security and balance, showing that he values your role in his life. He will also prioritize your emotional needs by being present and attentive. When you need someone to talk to, he will listen without distractions. When you're going through a tough time, he will be there to support you, even if it requires him to rearrange his plans. His ability to prioritize you emotionally is a testament to how deeply he cares, as he understands that being there for you is one of the most meaningful ways to show his love. You'll never feel like you have to beg for his attention or compete for his focus because his dedication to you will be evident. Another way he demonstrates his priority is by making you a central part of his future plans. He doesn't keep you on the sidelines or leave you guessing about where the relationship is headed. Instead, he includes you in his vision of the future, openly discussing his goals and aspirations while making it clear that you are a part of that journey. Whether it's introducing you to his family, involving you in important decisions, or talking about long-term commitments, his actions will reflect his desire to build a life with you. He will also set healthy boundaries in other areas of his life to ensure that your relationship remains strong. This might mean managing his time better, limiting influences that could harm the relationship, or ensuring that the two of you have quality time together. His ability to prioritize you while maintaining balance in his life shows his maturity and his understanding of what it takes to nurture a lasting connection. When a man truly loves you, he will make sacrifices for you without hesitation. Love often requires compromise, and when a man genuinely cares for you, he will show it through his willingness to adjust, adapt, and make choices that prioritize your happiness and the health of the relationship. These sacrifices aren't acts of obligation or martyrdom. They come from a place of genuine care and a desire to see you thrive, even if it means stepping out of his comfort zone or letting go of something important to him. You will notice that he is willing to rearrange his priorities when necessary to accommodate you. This doesn't mean he abandons his responsibilities or dreams, but he will find ways to balance them with your needs. Whether it's taking time off work to support you during a challenging moment, rescheduling plans to be there when you need him, or making adjustments to his routine to align better with yours, his actions will reflect his willingness to make your well-being and the relationship a priority. Sacrifices can also come in the form of compromising on his preferences or desires for the sake of your happiness. He might choose to do something that's not necessarily his favorite activity because he knows it's something you love. He will listen to your needs and make decisions that prioritize the relationship, even if they require him to step outside his comfort zone. These actions are not about losing himself or giving up his individuality, but about showing that your happiness is worth some level of compromise. A man who truly loves you will also sacrifice his ego for the sake of resolving conflicts and maintaining harmony in the relationship. He won't let pride or stubbornness get in the way of communicating openly or making amends when disagreements arise. If he realizes he's made a mistake, he'll take accountability and work to make things right rather than letting the conflict escalate or leaving it unresolved. His willingness to put the relationship above his ego is a testament to how deeply he values you and the bond you share. You'll also see him making sacrifices in the way he supports your goals and dreams. He might take on extra responsibilities to free up your time or adjust his own plans to help you achieve something meaningful. He won't view your success as a competition or a burden, but as something that benefits you both. His ability to celebrate your victories and contribute to your growth demonstrates his selflessness and his genuine investment in your happiness. Sacrifice can also manifest in his willingness to stand by you during difficult times, even when it requires emotional or physical effort. He'll go out of his way to be there for you when you're struggling, offering support, even if it means putting aside his own comfort. He understands that love isn't always convenient and that being there for you, even when it's hard, is a vital part of building a strong and lasting connection. His sacrifices are not driven by obligation, but by a deep desire to see you happy and supported. When a man truly loves you, he will inspire you to be the best version of yourself. His love will be a source of encouragement, strength, and positivity that uplifts you and pushes you toward growth. It won't feel like pressure or judgment. Rather, his support will feel like a foundation upon which you can confidently stand. He will believe in your potential, even at times when you might doubt yourself, and his unwavering faith in you will motivate you to aim higher and pursue your dreams with renewed determination. This inspiration often stems from the way he leads by example. A man who loves you will strive to grow and evolve himself, knowing that his actions can have a profound impact on the relationship. Whether it's working on his career, personal development, or emotional intelligence, his efforts to better himself will naturally encourage you to do the same. His ambition and drive will create an atmosphere where you feel inspired to push beyond your limits, not because he demands it, but because his energy and focus ignite a desire for growth within you. He will encourage your individuality and passions. A man who loves you won't try to change who you are or diminish your unique qualities. Instead, he will celebrate them and push you to embrace them fully. If you have a talent, goal, or dream, he will be your biggest cheerleader, offering encouragement and practical support to help you succeed. He won't let you settle for less than what you deserve or allow you to give up on yourself. Instead, he'll remind you of your strengths and encourage you to pursue the life you've always envisioned. His love will also inspire you through the way he handles challenges and setbacks. A man who truly loves you will demonstrate resilience and a positive attitude even in the face of adversity. Watching how he navigates difficulties with grace and determination can be a powerful reminder that you too can overcome obstacles. His ability to remain grounded and focused during tough times will motivate you to adopt a similar mindset, helping you to approach life's challenges with strength and confidence. Beyond encouraging your personal growth, he will inspire you emotionally and spiritually. His love will make you want to open your heart more, trust deeper, and build a connection that is meaningful and fulfilling. His support and kindness will push you to become more compassionate, not just toward him, but toward yourself and others as well. Being with someone who loves you so deeply will naturally make you want to grow into a person who reflects that love back into the world. You'll also feel inspired by the way he values and nurtures the relationship. A man who truly loves you will put effort into creating a strong and healthy bond, showing you what it means to build something lasting. His consistency, thoughtfulness, and dedication will inspire you to match that energy, creating a partnership where both of you are invested in growing together. This mutual effort will deepen the connection and create an environment where personal and relational growth thrive naturally.